Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Eliza Fi Creative. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to design and make these rolled flowers using Illustrator and a Cricut. This is the shape we are going to be making today, so I'm going to demonstrate how to do that. I'm going to grab my rectangle tool and create a rectangle. I'm going to kill the stroke and make it black. Then using my direct select tool, I'm going to grab the top two corners and round off the top. I'm going to shorten up my shape and then select it and hit Shift, Alt, and drag to the right to duplicate the shape. Then select both shapes and go up to Object, Blend, and Make. To get rid of the white space, I'm going to go up to Object, Blend, and Blend Options. And then hit Preview and specified steps, and then just play with it until all the white space is gone. And then once you're happy with it, hit OK, and then go up to the Object panel and hit Expand, and then hit OK, and then go to the Pathfinder panel and hit the Merge tool. This merges all the shapes together to make one. Selecting our new shape, we're going to drag it into the Brushes panel and create a new brush. We're going to hit Art Brush and hit OK. And then under Method, we're going to hit Tints. Tints allows us to color the brush later when we need to change the color. Now I need to make the spiral, and I'm actually not going to use the spiral tool just because it doesn't give a consistent spiral throughout, and that's what we want, is a consistent spiral. So I'm actually going to use another tool called Polar Grid Tool. It's in the same panel as the spiral tool. So instead of dragging out like this to create the shape, I want to click on my screen, and then that way the settings box will pop up. Boxes to play around with are concentric dividers and radial dividers. I don't want any radial dividers, so I'm going to hit 0. This is what the shape will look like, and then I'm going to grab my direct select tool and only select the top half of the circle. Once that's selected, I'm going to go up to Edit, Cut, and then Edit again, and then paste in front. With this still selected, I'm going to zoom in and then hit Shift and move it over so it joins with this other path. After that is completed, I'm going to zoom out and click every other path and delete. And then the bottom half, I'm going to ungroup, and you may have to do this a couple times. And then select every other one as well and hit delete. And then you should have something that looks like a spiral. With that still selected, I'm going to go up to Object, Path, and Join. So all the paths are one path now. And then I'm going to go to my Brushes panel and select the brush that we made earlier. With that still selected, I'm going to go up to Object, Expand Appearance. So I'm happy with this, and now I'm going to set it up and get it ready for Cricut Design Space. So I'm going to go up to File, Export, Export As, and make sure it's a PNG, and click the Artboards button, rename the file, and hit Export. And then make sure it has a transparent background and hit OK. And then I'm going to launch my Cricut Design Space. From here, I'm going to hit Upload, and then Upload Image, and then Browse, and then I'm going to find my file. And then once I find my file, I'm going to hit Open. And then once it's opened, I'm going to hit Moderately Complex, and then Continue, and then Continue again, and then hit Cut Image, and then Upload. And then under Recent Uploads, I'm going to click my file and then Insert Image. Once it's uploaded, I'm going to go back to Illustrator and double check the size and resize if needed. So once it's resized, I'm actually going to splice these two shapes because my construction paper is only 8.5 by 11 and I don't have anything bigger right now. So if you don't need to do this, just skip this step. And once that's all set up, I'm going to click Make It. Cricut Design Space shows you what your mat's going to look like. So I'm actually just going to move the shapes around to make sure that it's going to be cut on 8.5 by 11. And then after that, I'm going to hit Continue. After you hit Continue, everything will load and this screen will pop up. Cricut Design Space will tell you what you need to do on your machine. Now it's time to load your mat into the machine and let the Cricut machine do its magic. I'm using 80-pound cardstock on a light cardboard setting. One of the tips I have for you is to make sure that your mat is pretty sticky for this type of cutting. Once it's done cutting, you can bring it to your desk and start weeding out the excess paper. And I'm just using a weeding tool I have to get the rest out, and then pull the flowers off of your mat. If you've made it this far, you have come to the most exciting part of this project, and that is rolling the flower. So I'm just using my Cricut tweezers, and I'm just rolling the cardstock around itself. And then once it gets big enough, I'm going to pull the tweezers out and use my fingers to finish rolling. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. I hope you learned something from my video today. These are the flowers that I created with my own designs. I do actually have an SVG file with 12 different rolled flower designs listed in my Etsy shop. I will link that down below. Thanks for watching this video today. Give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.